Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to Bicester Village, which is a designer shopping outlet just outside Oxford. Now don't let the influencer videos deceive you, it's not just outside London, it's just outside Oxford, and here is my proof. Bicester Village is nearly 2 hours away from London, whereas from Oxford it's only about half an hour, 40 minutes. So there is my argument. Also, I do have a thing about people calling it a hidden gem. It's honestly one of the most popular design outlets in the UK. I think this is because they have a lot of the high-end brands like Gucci, Prada, those ones that a lot of the other outlets in the UK don't have. So it kind of sets them apart. People will travel to it. They have busloads of people. To be fair, talking of London, they will bus you out from London, huge coaches, same from Oxford, and it will get really busy at peak times. So things like Christmas or the school holidays, which is unfortunately what we're going in, it is super busy. So don't think that you're gonna find this amazing hidden gem. It's not hidden, it's really popular, but it's still lovely. Even if, like myself, we don't exactly have Gucci budgets, it's still fun just to have a little shop around and play pretend. So come with me. I'm actually coming from Manchester today, which it is definitely not just outside of, so it's going to take me a little while. I'm getting the train from Manchester to Oxford and then a lift from Oxford to Bicester Village. So come along with me. I have made it to Oxford station. It's very busy, but I was kind of expecting it because it's summer obviously, and I'm hoping my mum will find me. I'm at the pick up and drop off only section. There is a car park just up there actually as well, but here seems to be pick up, no waiting, it says. It's not the most glamorous bit of Oxford. You can just see a little bit of architecture over there, but yeah, the train station not so pretty, but we are off to Bicester. While I'm waiting, I've just seen one of these buses. I just think these buses look so fun. They're the hop on, hop off ones, and they've got an open top deck, which, you know, in England is not always the best, but today, best day for it. I don't know if it's one of those where you just buy a ticket. I don't know how much. Oh, there we go, 24 hours, hop on, hop off. What more could you want? When I say buy a ticket, I kind of put myself off mid-thought there. Of course you have to buy a ticket, but I wasn't sure how long it lasted for. And then I saw on the back of the bus 24 hours. So yeah, I don't know if you can maybe do longer ones for a weekend or something. City sightseeing Oxford apparently. So I was just saying to my mum, it's not the best, you know, first look of Oxford, but apparently the colleges of University of Oxford, Oxford University, wouldn't let, sat nav going to Bicester Village there, but the colleges didn't want a train station in the centre, so that's why it's here. There we go. Oh, a handy hotel there as well if you need it. We're at St Giles Square. Two fun facts for you here, one less fun than the other. First of all, they have a fair every year here.
Yeah, every year. First clear Monday of September. And
then that is a martyr memorial where they burn people apparently.
Not recently.
Not, well, yeah, you'd hope not. Yeah, and what is a clean Monday?
A clear Monday, it means that the Sunday can't be the 1st of September. So if the Sunday is the 1st of September, it won't be held on the 2nd of September, it'll be held on the
slight left to stay on St. Giles.
You know, 7 days later, a week later.
That was clear Monday, not clean Monday like I
Yeah, clear Monday.
Now a lot of the buildings around here are owned by the colleges of the university, so there's a lot of wealth in this area as well. You can drive straight to the retail outlets and park at Bicester Village, but there is also a park and ride which we tried for the very first time this visit, and it was really good. It was completely empty, and we are in the height of the summer holidays at this point, and this man came running over to us. He said, "Oh, you're here for the park and ride?" We said yes, and he showed us to the bus, and he let us know that the car park was free and the bus was free as well. So it's really convenient. It's just on the edge of the outlet, so the journey wasn't even that bad at all. It was, I don't even know, it's probably about 5 minutes if that. I can't quite remember now. But the actual bus inside was very luxurious. They had these big seats, and because the car park was so empty, the bus was pretty empty too. And we didn't have to wait for a bus. They came really frequently. Same again when we left the outlet as well. It was just a really convenient way for us to do it, because then you didn't have to faff around trying to find a spot at the car park. When we arrived right at the village, we did start wondering, oh, was it actually worth it? Should we have just come and parked? But then when we saw the car park, we were glad that we had done the park and ride, because even though it didn't look as busy going in, the car parks were full, and then the actual village was pretty full, although I have seen it busier. We also drove past the concierge service, which is where you can do your shopping and then they deliver your bags to there, I think. I'm not quite sure how it works. I'm sure if you looked into it, you get a lot more information on that. But that's where concierge service is. So the bus dropped you just to the side. There were lots of little bus stops and we were in the blue zones. And then that was really simple. When we got back, just got straight back on the bus at the end of the day. And we didn't actually know where we were going at first. So that's one thing that maybe they could work on, because you kind of feel like you're stuck on the outside of the village and you can't actually get in. And when I say village, obviously it's not actually a village. It's a bunch of shops that are in these sort of cute house looking buildings. But yes, it wasn't particularly clear where you were meant to enter, so it would be helpful if they had a little bit of a sign maybe or something like that. Filming happening today, they knew I was coming. Getting food was definitely at the top of both of our agendas, but the thing with Bicester Village is that the restaurants aren't just grouped in one particular area, they are just dotted throughout. So they're scattered in amongst the shops, so we just had a little bit of a wander round before settling on Latua pasta. And a little bit of information about me, I have to be really careful about what I eat when I'm out, as I can get quite poorly, but I know for a fact that I really struggle with cheese on pizzas. So that is why my pizza doesn't have any cheese on it. However, I didn't realise when I ordered it that it also didn't have any tomato sauce on it either. But despite all of that, it was really tasty. The base was lovely, the pesto was really nice as well, and my mum got a mushroom pizza and I had a non-alcoholic mojito. This is just me showing you that the bathrooms were really fancy and had Molton Brown. And finally, it was actually time to do some shopping. So we didn't have a game plan, we were just wandering and going into the shops that took our fancy. We first went into Tory Burch. Now, I've never been in this shop before. It seemed lovely. Could I afford anything? No, but it was nice to look around. And keeping on the same sort of track, we went to Loewe. I hope I pronounced that properly. And again, there were lots of lovely things in store, but I could not get any of them. I really wanted to show my mum the puzzle bag. I was trying to show her lots of things that are trending and popular. Chloe, mum, was very entertained at how tiny some of the bags were, and she just thought, what are you going to fit in those? These boots I thought were actually really heavily discounted, so if you are after some fancy rain boots, you know where to go. But I do like the Chloe bags, and I thought the tiny ones were very cute. Next up, we found the White Company, which I just think is such a great shop, especially if you're looking for a nice gift for a wedding or a christening, anything like that. I just love it. And Christmas time, don't get me started. But it is also good if you want a little treat for yourself. There are some lovely candles and scents and home decor. They also do a lot of clothes and things as well. So yes, we had a good old wander around the White Company, sniffed lots of scents and was very tempted. Afterwards we headed to Max Mara, and I really like this jumper with the sad looking dog on it. They had loads of really nice jumpers actually. My mum thought that these were moose. Obviously they're giraffes. Well, I think they're giraffes anyway. Maybe they're mooses, but I think they'd be funny looking moose, so I definitely think they're giraffes. Anyway, back to the jumpers. There were lots of really nice ones, and there were some quite big discounts in this store as well. Now, me and my mum, we're not extreme shoppers. We do like to sit and have a drink and a snack at regular intervals. So now it is a drink and a snack time. We headed on over to Pret, and I tried one of their new drinks, which was a little wild for me because it was bright purple. My mum, on the other hand, stuck with a Coke Zero. There were actually two new summer drinks when I went, and I tried the Ube Creme Brulee. So it had this purple syrup in the bottom of it, and it was really nice. It was kind of just like a sweet iced latte, and I have mine with oat milk. Oh yeah, that's quite nice actually. Now back to shopping, and in our defence, it was a very hot sunny day, so we needed those breaks. But yes, back to shopping, and we headed on over to Michael Kors. Michael Kors is one of my favourite shops, and this one was one of the biggest ones I've ever seen in an outlet before. for. They had lots of bags that were of limited quantities, and they also had ones where there was lots more in the back room as well, so there was lots to choose from. I really like this little one here. It was catching my eye, but I was in the market for a rucksack, not a little handbag, and I'll tell you more about that at the end of the video. But next up we headed on over to Coach. I was basically going back and forth between a bag at Coach and a bag at Michael Kors, but I decided the one at Michael Kors was a better fit for what I needed it for. Anyway, this is the little bargain corner. Well, I say bargain, you know, there's a heavier discount off in Coach, but they also, again, it was one of the biggest Coach outlet stores I have ever seen. But after making my decision, I headed straight on back to Michael Kors and made my purchase. And with my purchase, I got a free little ice cream. At this time, we were both kind of feeling the heat, so it was ready to go home. We'd made a few purchases, we'd had a great day, and it was time to get the bus back. Looking very windswept, but we're back on the bus to the park on road, and there's still loads of space, even room for my bags. I'm back from the outlets. Excuse the, if you can see paint splatter on me, it's because I have actually been doing some decorating and I remembered I need to show what I actually got from the outlets. So here we are. Now, I'm not a huge spender, so this isn't going to be the most exciting outlet haul you've ever seen. I'm more of a, oh, I like that bargain, or I've thought about it for months and months in advance and then actually done it. But yes, again, if you can see paint all over my hands, although I have just had my nails done recently, the kind of little lemon vibe tips, blue ones, but I've got paint all over my hands. And after this video, I'm about to jump straight back into that room so I can finish up painting. So this one, wasn't planning on getting anything with Molten Brown, but I do really like them and I feel like their bags are very fancy and high quality. I went through a real phase of saving all paper bags, and one day my mum just bunched them up and chucked them in the bin. I was very upset. Teenage Becky was not a happy bunny. Anyway, yeah, they just sat around collecting dust, so she gave me a good thing. She ripped that band-aid off, and now, you know, I still can appreciate a nice paper bag though. So these are a couple of hair conditioners. We've got a purifying one and a volumizing one. Guess how much? Did you guess? They were only £1 each, and I thought, wow, it would be rude. It would be rude to walk away from such a bargain. So I got those, and they smell really good. Can't wait to use them. Pop those back in their paper bag for now. That's one side. Then the big purchase of the day. So I had actually been looking at this for months and months. Not actually in this colour, but as you can see, little Michael Kors. I am a Michael Kors fan. Unfortunately, we're not quite at the sort of Gucci, Prada bag levels at the moment. You never know, maybe one day in the future. But I don't know if I could ever bring myself to spend that much on a bag. But hey, you know, if they were giving them away. But yes, no, Michael Kors it was, and they often have some really good deals going on. So went for this little rucksack for my holiday when we go at the end of this year. I'm very excited in the theme park, so it'll be good to have a rucksack that I can fit stuff in, because the ones that I've got before, I was duped, I think. So I bought some little rucksacks that had a Disney theme to them, not realising that they were children's rucksacks, and they've come and they're really, really small, but I thought I'll still use them for maybe like wash bag purposes. I have got some bag extenders, so maybe it might look like a micro backpack, but I've been eyeing up this in black though for ages. I think they're over £200 supposedly when they're in the main shop, but then they were reduced to about 100 and something. And they have a black one, a white one, the pink one obviously, and then they've got the ones with the logo patterns all across them as well, if you know what I mean. That has a name, can't remember what it is. Anyway, it's got the little MK written all over it, but I just prefer the plain ones. I've not actually opened this. It's quite cool. I've never had this before, but at the outlet, so you go up to one of the sales assistants and you say, oh, I quite like that bag, and then they give you a little bit of paper with a code on, and then when you get to the till you hand that code over, and then they've got the bag in the back, which is very interesting. So you know that obviously it's brand new, it's not been opened before. speaking of, how do I open this? Oh, I'm just being stupid. There's a massive thing at the top. Ooh. I mean, it's not much of a reveal. It is in a see-through plastic bag. Yes. Oh, she's so pretty. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a bag or a pair of shoes, and I do like Michael Kors, and I also love Coach as well. I mean, I'm not going out getting them every other weekend, so they are quite a rare purchase, but I do like it. So this was reduced to £99, which I thought was really good. I just realised I've got my fluffy socks on. I don't know if you can see those, but I've got little bed socks on. But anyway, moving back to this, £99, and it's really well packaged. I might just take some of this off now so you can see it in all its glory. Not sure why it's all wrapped up like this, but give me a minute. So let's get this off. And the funny thing was, when I got to the till and obviously made my purchase and everything, they were like, oh, you get free ice cream, and they gave us this little voucher card. And then weirdly enough, the ice cream shop was nowhere near Michael Kors, but went up and I was like, oh, what does this get you? And you could choose any ice cream, and it was such nice ice cream. I'm not a huge sort of ice cream kind of person. I'm not really a big dairy person in general, but it was really good ice cream. So, you know, it makes it worth it, doesn't it? You know, spend 100 quid in a bag, get an ice cream. But it was actually really hot when we went, so it was very much appreciated. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this off. I'm gonna have to fast forward through all of this. There we go. Do you know what? It's like Christmas, apart from you've bought the present yourself. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but I get real bad buyer's remorse, and it could be something like this where I've wanted it for ages, and as soon as I get it, I just think, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But no turning back now. Taking it all off. And yes. Oh, here we go. We're getting somewhere now. We're speeding through it. I've never known a bag to have so much packaging. One strap. Oh, that's quite a long strap actually. Whee! Okay, and then just buckle this how I want, I presume. I've just thought, having painted hands and doing this, probably not the best decision I've ever made in my life, but this paint dries really quickly actually, which is kind of annoying in a way because it's been a little bit lumpy, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So we're doing that fake panelling look. We are about 5 years behind the trend, but I think it looks really good, and we need to refresh the bedroom, so we're doing it all ourselves. And I've lined and painted the walls, and then my husband has put the panelling up. We just use you can go to B&Q and they sell these massive I don't know what you call them, just these massive squares of wood, and then you can have them cut down to strips whatever size you want. So we just did that. He's popped those on the wall, and now I'm back in there painting them to match the wall behind basically. How many holes did I go in? 1, 2, 3. We'll even that up. 1, 2, 3. Obviously I'll just change this when I get it on and see what it's like, but oh, why is that not? Oh, this one doesn't want to go in. Boo, 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 boo. There we go. In it goes. Oh, one more bit up here. How do I even get that bit off? How did they get that bit on? It's like, I must have put it on as they sewed it. I don't even know how to get that bit off. Oh, there we go. That's the ticket. That bit's off now. Got a right little pile of rubbish here. I really like, oh, even the zips have bits on. I love how it's got a little front pocket. Of course, that has some packaging in it as well. I might actually leave that in there just to keep it puffed up, keep it 3D for the time being. Oh, all the zips. There we go. And then it's got 2 pockets of the main body. Oh, we're absolutely stuffed here. Yeah, we are. Gosh. Okay, I don't like these puffy plastic pillows they put in. Have to say, can you recycle them? Oh, it does say it's made of recycled materials. Interesting. Take those out anyway, and I will leave the paper in, I think, for the time being, just to give it a little bit of support, just so it's not getting stuck on the zip. It's getting stuck on the zip before. So that was one, and then the back one. I wonder if we've got any more of those pillows in. Okay, it's just getting stuck on the zip. There we go. Oh no more in there. Then like a thinner back pocket at the back. I'm very excited. And then inside it's got, you can really see actually, it's got Michael Kors written on the lining as well. Well, I'm very pleased with that, and I can't wait to take it round the parks with me. I'm a little bit worried about the colour, but I just get everything in black, and I wanted something a little bit different, and I thought this could go with a black outfit or a brown outfit, and usually I either have black or brown bags, but I like this one so I can just take the one bag for the whole trip and save a little bit of luggage space. I think I'm probably going to have to adjust the straps a bit because they're curling around a bit, and I'm not sure if that's actually long enough, but there we go. So that was the main purchase of the day, but then we also went to a different outlet because I've decided that I want to go to all the MacArthur Glen outlets. I mean, there are much more noble quests you could put yourself on, but that's something I really want to do. There are ones apparently all in different countries as well. I think there's one maybe in Italy. I'm not sure. I need to look it up. I've not really thought into this plan, as you can tell, but yes, I am going to do that. So in here, I definitely know, in the UK, I definitely know I've been to the York one near Milton Keynes, I think, and then this Midlands one that we went to on the way back between Oxford and Manchester. So there they had Levi's. I mean, a lot of these places have Levi's. I've got a pair of nice blue jeans, and there's some detailing on the pocket, and if you are to believe the labelling, it was £100, reduced to 70, then reduced to 40, then reduced to 20, but then when I got to the till they said, I'm dropping receipts here, there and everywhere. Then when I got to the till, they said, if you give us your email address, you get another £5 off. And I thought, well, take my email address. And we all have an email address which we use for spam, right? So I just gave them that one. And yeah, so £100 jeans reduced down to 15. And I'm seeing my friends at the weekend, so I think their first outing will be for my friend dinner. So I need to pack. That is something actually I really need to do now. I need to pack. I don't know how I have planned these past couple of weeks. It's all just been very busy. But there we go. That was my trip to Bicester Retail Outlet and the MacArthur Glen West Midlands outlet as well. So that is everything, all my purchases. So it was a grand total of £99 plus £2 for the hair conditioner, so 101, plus the £15 jeans, which brings it to £116. So a little bit of damage done, but hopefully not too much. I really enjoyed doing this video, and I hope you have enjoyed watching it, and thank you if you have got to the end. So if you want to like, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.